Just platinum, baby. Just platinum, baby. So this is a story about the time I came home in the middle of my studio being robbed. So I was recruited in Atlanta for the Navy. It was 1996. I've been doing music in the area for about 2 years. So I had different people coming over recording stuff. And I was going to work. And for some reason, this is the first time I ever did this. The whole 3 years I was there, this was the first time I ever came back home to get my hat because I forgot my white hat. So I would say, oh man, I got to go back home. But I had already been in the office for about 2 hours. So I jump in my car, I head back to my house. And when I pull up, I see a red station wagon on the side of where I lived at. And I never seen that car before. That was the first thing I noticed. I said, that's weird. I never seen that car there before. Because I always park on the side of my house. Well, it was an apartment complex. I always parked on the side. And it was always just me there. So it was weird that I saw another car parked right there. So I get out the car. I'm walking towards my place when I hear a lady say, hey, have you seen my dog? And I was like, no, I ain't seen no dog, lady. So she said, you sure you ain't seen my dog? I said, ma'am, I haven't seen a dog. I just pulled up. So as I walk around the corner, in these apartments, the apartment front doors are covered. So it's covered up. So you can't see the doors. You can only see like wood coverings. So they're enclosed. So I go around the corner and my sliding door is open. I was like, oh. So I walk up, I peek around the corner, and all my equipment is laid out on the floor, neatly packed up, cords wrapped up, everything. I was like, oh. So like a dummy, I went in the house ready to scrap. So I go in the house. I said, I know you in here. I know you, yelling and stuff, trying to big and bad. So I finally made upstairs with nobody in the house. I go down, I look and see what was all taken. Nothing was taken. So I ran outside. And when I ran in the middle of the street, I saw the red station wagon go up the street. And I was like, they probably was the one that was coming to steal my stuff. So that was story number one. That was the first time I walked home. I thank God that I didn't walk in on them while they was doing it, because it had to be 2 guys, I think. So I don't know how many guys it was, but it better had to be 2. So anyway, so I'm just thankful that nobody was in the house. So the next time I got robbed, this was in 2001. I had opened up a commercial facility, and it was in Virginia Beach. And this one was it was not like a house on a corner, but it was on commercial property, so you can have a business. And this white guy, he had a printing business, so but he had a space for rent. So I went in and talked to him. He said, yeah, I can rent the spot. I told him I do music and stuff. I'm gonna do like a little recording studio. He's like, that's cool. So it was nice. It was like a little house, had like a lounge, which was the living room, and then I took one of the bedrooms as a studio. And that was my first recording studio. So I was there for like 3 years. But my second year in, well, when I first got the place, I remember him saying, he said, I put a door on the outside of the door. For example, you could kick a door in when it's in the frame. You could kick the door in. But the way I built this door is I put it on the outside so you couldn't kick the door in. And, I kind of was doing that because I didn't want to get robbed again. So I put the door on the outside of the door frame. So if you ever build a recording studio, that's how my door is right now. It's built inside the frame, so you can't kick the door in. I always built my studios like that. So when I was putting the door on, he said, why you putting a door on the room? I've never been robbed before. I said, you don't know Negroes. Yeah. Anyway, so sure enough, and I boarded up the back windows too. So I put a piece of wood in the back window, boarded it up, and sure enough, somebody tried to rob me. but they didn't get away with nothing. They kicked the door in, but they couldn't get through the second door. They tried to come through the window, but I had the framing and stuff up, so they couldn't get in the back window. So that is my story on the time I got robbed 2 times. And thank God no one ever got away with anything. And I feel pretty blessed because that would have been devastating, man. Violated, you know, it just makes you mad. And you always know it's somebody you know. Whenever you get robbed, it's somebody you know. Always somebody you know. So just remember that. Keep your so I wish I had one. I didn't pull one out. But when I lock up all my gear, I have these like little security screws. They got like a little hexagon screw on it. So if you got a recording studio and you have a lot of rack gear, you just put one of those screws. You need a special kind of screwdriver to take it out. So they're called security screws. You can look them up on eBay. They're not expensive. They may be like $15 for like 100 of them. But I secure all my stuff in my racks. So you can't get them out. You can't get it out. It's simple. So that's another way to protect your stuff. I have cameras all over my crib now. I'm always home because I'm retired, so I'm always home. And I got that thing on me, But anyway, ain't nobody gonna do that. Cause everybody know I'm retired, so they ain't gonna come up in here knowing somebody home and I got like 8 cars in the driveway. Okay, I got 7. One of them's my son's. But there's always cars here, so they'll never think nobody's home. So that's my story. And yes, I said I got 7 cars. I know. I don't know why I got so many cars. It's not good. But anyway, just Platinum Baby, and I'll see you in the music. Peace.